Want to keep your players on their toes when it comes to figuring out your plot and knowing what's really going on? I'm going to teach you a really simple method you can use that I call the Russian nesting doll plot. You know those Russian nesting dolls where you have a doll and then you open it up and inside there's another doll, and you open it up and inside there's another doll and another and another. We're going to build our plot like this. We're going to start with the PCs facing a problem or a challenge. Maybe there is a group of gnolls that has been raiding the countryside around the village they live in, and they are tasked with going and eliminating the threat. So the PCs go out, they find these gnolls, they find the gnoll in charge, they kill or drive them all away, and they feel like they've neutralized that problem. So they go back to the village and they celebrate, and next thing you know, there's more and more gnoll raids around the village. Now they have to go out and figure out what's going on. They thought they drove all the gnolls away, but maybe they didn't. When they get out there and start fighting the gnolls, they realize that the chief they thought they killed wasn't a chief at all. He was just a sub-chief. And the actual chief is much harder to get to. Maybe they have to go through multiple other sub-chiefs before they get to them. When they finally get to that gnoll chieftain, they take them down and they feel like they've eliminated the threat. Then they go back to the village, but more and more things start happening, more threats start coming, more problems start coming, and they have to go investigate. And every time they do, they discover that the person they thought was the big bad actually isn't. They were just a henchman, a lieutenant, or an employee, or a follower of the actual big bad. Want to throw another twist in there? Maybe they weren't even in the big bad's hierarchy. Maybe they worked for a competing organization, and the big bad and their lieutenants haven't even been discovered yet. Either way, you can build this all the way up to the top when they finally discover who the real big bad is, and then they have the big climactic battle, and they finally defeat them. Except there's one more twist. Because what they're going to find out in the end is the real big bad is the NPC that they liked or admired or befriended the entire time. Maybe it's even their patron. And they are going to reveal themselves at the least opportune moment for the PCs, allowing for a lot of shock, a great twist, and a really climactic final battle. Now tell me what you do to keep your players on their toes and guessing at the plot in your game.